Hello, hello, and welcome back for a little extraterrestrial slap and tickle in Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM The Long War. Yeah, we've been trying for a goodly little while now to woo the aliens into giving up some of that sweet, sweet plasma they've got working, but they just don't seem to be digging our groove, man. I mean, I'd hoped that adding noted groove injector Tay Diggs to our roster might help us seal the deal with the aliens, but unfortunately, they don't seem to be digging Tay's patented name brand groove any more than the generic store-bought groove we had previously offered. So, nuts to that, I guess. But, never fear. There's more than one way to skin a cat, as the old saying goes. Although, I suppose if you're actually trying to woo a potential mate by skinning his or her cat, you should maybe rethink that strategy. Unless it works, in which case you should probably instead engage in some serious self-reflection regarding whether or not you're making a healthy relationship choice. Then again, probably the most healthy choice is just don't take relationship advice from some strange jackhole playing video games on the internet. And also, if you've ever seen me play, you probably realize that taking any advice from me on any subject at all is just an absolute recipe for catastrophe, so maybe just avoid taking any kind of advice from me, solicited or not. I mean, your question's definitely better directed to, like, a trained professional, maybe a Dear Abby or, someone like that. And just forget I said anything. Let's get to scanning, and I'm bailing on the whole conversation. Let's get to work here.
Contact detected.
Wow, the overseer ship here, wasted no time. I don't. Well, I definitely want to take a poke at this ship. I really, really do, and that's not a euphemism for any kind of sexual behavior. Although, hey, if the overseer wants to get down, any port in a storm, I suppose. I really would like to try and shoot this guy down, but I don't think we can do it. Oh, you know what? Actually, in addition to I'm not liking our chances in an air capacity, we need to look at our barracks, because even if we got some miracle and happened to shoot that down, I don't think we could rate it, because like everybody is tired. So we'd have Jaden Smith, Taylor Swift, Megan Fox, and then Drake. For top, no, we can't even do that, actually. We could only have Taylor Swift or Drake, because one of our mech suits is in a shop, meaning we would have one level 1 mech suit for Taylor Swift or Drake. Okay, that's terrible. So it's a mech trooper, Jaden Smith, and Megan Fox. Okay, Justin Timberlake possibly also could be the mech trooper. We have 3 mech troopers available in one suit. That's lovely. What have we got else here? So it would be Megan Fox and Jaden Smith, backed up by Ian Finn Ziering and Sung Drift-A-Lot Kang. That's awful. And not to discredit Sung Kang, actually, I sort of like him, but the fact that Ian Ziering would be our next biggest gun is... Oh, that's bad. I mean, that's like waking up in the morning and finding half of your head is missing. It's fucking awful. Would you notice if half your head was missing until you looked in the mirror? I mean, I think you would notice as soon as you opened your eyes and like half of your field of vision was gone, but I don't know, it's a problem for someone else. Also, once we get past Sung Kang, we gotta go even further down to the bottom of the barrel here. Oh, this is fuck zone territory here. Penelope Cruz, John Mayer, Madonna. And I'm not talking about the good part of the fuck zone, where you actually engage in some delightful consensual sex. I'm talking about, like, the bad part of the fuck zone, where you wind up gagged and bound to a chair, waiting for somebody to come at you with a blowtorch and a pipe. This is... yeah, okay. So, as much as I would like to shoot this ship down, and I really would, I just don't think it's worth the investment that we would require in resources. If we shoot it down, it's going to do us no good. We can't rate it, and also... let's look at our quality of troopers here. We got bad ships. If our laser cannon just had a goddamn plasma weapon, I would actually risk it. And I might risk it anyway if we had one more ship. If Londart was available with his 10 kills, I would probably still try it anyway. The problem is we'd have to burn every single one of our boosters to get it done. And even if we did get it done, the mission would just be a complete and total Mongolian clusterfuck. I mean, it would look like the Khan's hordes riding out in the days of yore. Having them ride screaming down the hillside into your encampment would be about 10 times better than what we'd be looking at. We would be like the lone guardsman standing atop a small earthen barricade as the Khan and his hordes descended upon us. We might as well just stake the villagers out and beg to be screwed at that point. Yeah, so as much as this is going to pain me to do it, we're going to let this... yeah, we're going to let it go. Everything in me says fight, 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 but I can't. It's just it's the wrong decision. And I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm actually not going to try... I'm not going to make any legitimate attempt to shoot this down. I'm just going to have Brick go up and take a couple pot shots at it. This is more of a meet and greet here. And another chance for us to test the offensive capability of this Overseer. I want to see what kind of damage it can do to one of our regular interceptors. Okay, so a lot really fast then. 3 hits is basically as much as you could expect to get, and it did those 3 hits and half of its health in like less than 6 seconds. So it's going to have to be Firestorms with probably dodge boost to have any kind of reasonable chance. And that's fine. We're just going to have to realize that, much like my pursuit of Cindy Crawford back in the early 90s, some goals simply are out of reach. So, yeah, we're just going to go back to scanning then. Off you go, Overseer. We'll see you again soon, you little shitface. Oh, yeah, sure, now you guys come back on duty? Fucking treacherous cocksuckers. Oh, well, the Overseer, we missed it because we were fatigued? Oh, gee, shucky darn, boy, I'm real upset about that. Sorry, sir, if only we'd known and set the alarm a little bit earlier, I'm sure we could have done something. 30 alloys, actually, for 450 credits is something I'm absolutely going to do. We could, honestly, use the cash. Specifically to possibly build another Firestorm? How much Illyrium do I have? Let's go down to engineering and take a look. I don't think I have 36. That is enough, I think, for a Firestorm. No, it's absolutely not. It's not even close. I'm going to look at armor. I'm just going to look at the shiny armor. I promise I'm not actually going to build any. And you know what? I'm a liar. I'm going to build 2 sets of Titan armor, actually. 1, because I have the Illyrium to do it. 2, because we kind of need it. Also, this basically guarantees that I capture a plasma weapon. Whatever our next mission is, I will capture a plasma weapon on it simply because I won't have enough Illyrium to do anything with it once I've captured it. So this is the one way to get both armor that we need, which eventually we can possibly turn into Archangel or Seraphim armor. But this will get us armor that we need and guarantee us a successful alien capture. So I'm going to shoot myself in the foot to avoid running a marathon, I guess is the appropriate analogy there. Although, I guess it might be better to just try and run the marathon and fail than to shoot yourself in the foot. I'm not a smart man. No claims to the contrary. Alright, so we have a small UFO somewhere over India. This one I'm pretty sure we can shoot down. Although, I gotta say, our total intercept capacity here, not exactly looking great. We got old Shotgun Steinhoff, the man who has been up on 12 times and is yet to come home with less than empty hands. If this guy were a fisherman, he would have fall out of the boat, get eaten by a shark, and, yeah, he would just fall out of the boat, actually, not eaten by a shark, because that would be brutal and traumatic. He would fall out of the boat, get bitten by a shark, the shark would then get eaten by a whale, which would bump into Shotgun, break his neck, and then he would drown. That's how unlucky and incompetent this guy is. And as soon as I began making fun of him with some Jonah-esque references and whale nonsense, he actually delivered a kill for us, finally. I'm not upset. I'm more speechless, really, than angry. What have we got? Mechtoid, Sectoid, Floater, Drone, and Outsider. No chance at all of one of the plasma weapons we need because not a single one of these units carry them. We can get pistols, we can get carbines, which we actually already have a super abundance of. Fuck you, game. So, yeah, whatever. Once again, XCOM, the Troll King, makes what I just said a few moments ago. You know, XCOM loves to make you look like an asshole. That's really all there is to it. And I'm cool with that, because, you know, I am an asshole, so making me look like an asshole is pretty easily achieved. Anyway, let's put together a crew, and this is a small UFO with effectively a garbage water level of resistance. The enemy is not bringing anything to the table. It's like they're not even trying. So our top ranked troopers here are going to be nowhere near this shit. We're gonna just kind of let them be. We're just gonna pick whatever officer we have who won't make a complete shame of themselves. Not Huge Axeman. I think actually I'm gonna send Amanda Bynes on this. Surprisingly enough. So we're gonna make items available. Check Amanda's loadout. Everything but Amanda's armor looks okay. I think we'll just give her Aegis armor. She's not gonna be able to grapple anywhere, so no real need to give her the Banshee. We'll give her a little extra health. Scope, of course, going to go on top of this. Laser sight, high capacity mags. And Amanda is sorted then. What else do we want to take? We're going to need a gunner. A decent gunner would not go awry, but I don't really feel a Lady Gaga level of intervention is probably called for. Moo's still a little tired, so... Kathy Z, not my favorite gunner, because she does have an Overwatch build, but, we could probably get by with Kathy Z, so that's fine. Let's give her some Aegis armor. Gonna go with the Gauss machine gun, of course. Alloy, we're gonna give her a scope and an alloy bipod. Laser sight. Probably there are some other items which would be better suited for Kathy Z. A tactical computer I know is useful since it gives you bonuses for Overwatch, which Kathy Z has, but I don't have one built, and honestly I don't really feel like taking the time. So a laser sight, it's good enough. It counters some of the penalty for Overwatch shots anyway, which not necessarily a huge problem for Kathy Z. She has an abundance of aim and plenty of bonuses, so she should be fine. What else have we got here? So we've got a sniper, we've got a gunner. Well, we're going to need scout and assault trooper. Those two things just go hand in hand. And what's our motto, folks? Fuck Tara Reid. That's why Tara Reid is getting the short end of the stick, and we're taking her on this mission that almost even Tara Reid cannot fuck up. I mean, it would be almost impossible for even Tara Reid to fuck this up. Alternatively, we could send Tara Reid in for psychic evaluation and try and level her up as a psyker. You know what? That may be a better use of Tara Reid's time, to be perfectly honest. So let's not take Tara Reid. Also, it'll give me a chance to put Tara Reid somewhere far, far away from anywhere I might be for next week. That's always a bonus, not having to look at Tara Reid. So let's take Dominic Lockdown Purcell instead. Now, old Lockdown's been around the block a time or two, and most of those trips around the block have at some point included a staunch blow to the head. He's still going to be wielding, of course, the pink Can't Take Me Home commemorative alloy cannon. But due to the massive number of blows to the head that old Dominic Lockdown Purcell has suffered in the course of his XCOM career, all nobly born while discharging his duty, I might add, we are still going to need to give old Lockdown an alien trophy. Now, a battle scanner is really the only other thing I'd consider putting there, and he has that ability by default, so we're not really missing out on a whole hell of a lot. And that allows his foot speed to still stay, reasonable. So, Dominic, sorted. Let's give him an assault buddy to sort of keep him company. And I'm going to send John Flansburgh if John Flansburgh is available. And the Worm, Dr. Worm, John Flansburgh, ready to build a little birdhouse in any available souls at any moment. He's going to carry an alloy cannon, of course. A little bit of Walker servos. Normally we give him breaching ammo, and I think, yeah, probably the best bet here as well. We are going to give him, of course, an arc thrower. And that's got Dr. Worm sorted. They call him Dr. Worm. Alright. He's not a real doctor, by the way, but he is a real worm. An actual worm. Getting pretty good at the drums, too. He's been practicing a lot down in the barracks. I gotta say, some of his riffs are turning out pretty awesome. He's really got Wipeout nailed. Got that shit down pat. What else do we want to take on this mission? An engineer wouldn't suck. Probably don't really need a Jesse James level of intervention since Jesse is now max level. And I think Kesha is still in the hospital? She is. Would like to take Kesha, but Kesha and Junkyard Kardashian. Well, Junkyard will be back in 12 hours, so it's no real big deal. I guess it's going to be Kristen Stewart. Oh, we got a new trooper that I forgot to name who's a support guy. You know what? We might do that. We might do that next time. I completely forgot you were there. It's a lot like Billy Bob Thornton in Tombstone. Yeah, see, you forgot he was there too. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I forgot you were there. You may go now. Anyway, we'll take 1,000 Yard Stewart. That's fine. So Kristen's going to be wearing a little bit of Aegis armor for us. Kristen's aim, not the most fantastic, and also she's a little slow. So we'll give her a Gauss carbine and some nice chemical grenades. Now, knowing that this is Kristen Stewart, and given the fact that Kristen not particularly, well, smart, she'll probably swallow those chemical grenades. I mean, one time on the set of the second Twilight movie, one of the guys that works on the vehicles, one of the Teamsters, working on his truck, and he handed Kristen Stewart a gallon of antifreeze, which she promptly just upended and started chugging like it was a fucking beer bong. Of course, they rushed her to the hospital, and everything worked out okay, but they learned a valuable lesson about leaving volatile chemicals in the reach of Kristen Stewart. I mean, she's a lot like a 3-year-old in that respect. You got to keep a real close eye on her. Sean Connery or Tay Diggs? Well, we did talk about injecting groove, so let's groove it up a little bit. Let's raise the groove quotient slightly for this mission, if you will. We're gonna give him, of course, our plasma carbine. It's gonna be a scope, a laser sight, and some high capacity mags. That's plenty of offense for the old groove injector there. Now, did we not give Dr. Worm? Do you not have you have an arc thrower, right? Okay, just wanted to make sure. Perhaps for a moment there I'd forgotten. And the only thing we're lacking is a medic. Chris Brown, max rank. Shia LaBeouf, honestly, wouldn't be terrible, but this is probably going to be one for the Rat. Yeah, because it's either the Rat or Larry David, and we've already discussed the Larry David situation at length. Larry David, not going anywhere. So we'll grab the Rat. Old John Leguizamo here is going to get himself a little bit of Aegis armor. We're going to give him... yeah, Gauss rifle, we could. Yeah, why not? We'll give him a Gauss rifle because he can't really do any harm with it. Mostly because it's not possible to target your allies, really, in long war at any rate. So we got that working for us. John Leguizamo can't accidentally kill a teammate. We could give him a grenade to make that a possibility, but I honestly feel that's a terrible, terrible idea. You know, I think we'll give the Rat a flashbang instead. No, he can't throw a flashbang. What the fuck? Sometimes I wonder what I'm thinking immediately after I do things. I do things and then I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? I don't anticipate needing more than 3 med kits, though. That just seems unlikely. You know what? Let's just give him a scope, then, and see if maybe we can get him to actually connect with the enemy. Probably our best bet. Nice compromise situation there. And for our mech trooper, then, whichever person needs experience is probably who we'll take. Drake is max level. Taylor Swift max level. Justin Alpha Dog Timberlake also technically needs experience, but this is a waste of Justin's abilities. We don't really need to take him on this mission, so... Tiger Cougar Woods, I guess, is going to be our go-to guy. Tiger Woods, stand-up individual. I mean, hey, just ask all the chicks he banged while he was standing up. Now, the question here is, would you rather have a flamethrower or a proximity mine launcher? We have Kristen Stewart. We could do some interesting things with the proximity mine launcher. He does have heat, warheads, and bombard. You know what? Yeah, let's just go for that. We could give him a flamethrower, but honestly, I'm not sure the flamethrower really provides enough bonus. Also, Tiger has a decent aim. I mean, it's not good, but it's reasonable. And he has double tap, too, so yeah, that's fine. This is an okay build. Let's get stuck in, then. That's our team. Not the worst team we've ever fielded by any stretch of the imagination because, hey, last mission. But definitely not exactly an ace team or one that we would trust with anything more delicate than running down to the grocery store to pick up a carton of eggs. Although, actually, eggs may be a little bit too delicate for this particular crew. They probably come back with half of them cracked, so... Nothing worse than busted eggs.
The area of engagement for this mission will be in India. It looks like the UFO went down in a densely populated
urban area?
The city limits.
Yeah, clearly this is within the city limits.
Stayed clear.
You know, now that I talked to Bradford a number of times, and I know usually I just say that I think he's completely, absolutely hammered and just utterly shit-faced, doesn't know where he is, can't see, falling down drunk. But every time he says densely populated urban area in, like, maybe a lesser developed part of the world, like a South Africa or something, I kind of wonder if maybe Bradford isn't just sort of a racist douche, and he's like, oh, it's in India, this is what qualifies as a densely populated urban area in India, and makes me feel a little bad. I think maybe Bradford is, like, trying to troll the peoples of India. And, you know, hey, they work hard. Somebody's got to man call centers, and damn it, they do it with aplomb. So, you know, if that's the case, Bradford, and you're not just completely fucking hammered, knock that shit off. It's not really cool. What to do with Amanda Bynes? You know what? Amanda has low profile. Let's just take an aggressive move with Amanda Bynes. Also, I have nothing but disdain given the lineup that the Hyperwave Relay showed us. You know, what's going to be sort of a, here's what you can expect on this ride kind of thing. I'm not really worried about the level of alien activity that we're up against. A mechtoid was the largest listed most dangerous foe, so seems like perhaps a pell-mell dash maybe not our worst strategy. We'll move Kathy Z into a firing position here, and Dr. Worm, and go into that log, I guess. And it looks like the alien's not anywhere around. We'll have Dominic Purcell dash to there. You know what? We'll just triple up on... Well, he can't even get there. I was going to say we'll triple up on the log, but the rat can't quite make it. So we'll have rat go there. Tiger Woods can overwatch. Of course, Tiger always on the lookout for another cougar, part of how he got his nickname. And that'll end the turn for us. Let's see if maybe we can pick up an audio clue so we know where to throw a battle scanner. So there's a mechtoid around, which we sort of already knew, but... Let's take lockdown over here. And we can double up. We've got multiple battle scanners here. We've got 2 guys that are equipped with them. So let's just double up. We'll throw them in multiple directions. Let's put one over here. And if this doesn't reveal anything, we can always have old Dr. Rat throw one the other side. Dr. Rat, of course, risking the ire of Dr. Worm. Although Dr. Rat is a real doctor, whereas Dr. Worm, not a real doctor. Alternatively, though, it's really weird. See, Dr. Rat, not a real rat, but a real doctor. Dr. Worm, not a real doctor, but a real worm, an actual worm. Man, we've got like a John Flansburgh. That's some kind of fucking like Inception bullshit happening right there. That's what's weird, man.
Time to motor.
So Kathy Z's going to take a dash to get into what may be the last move she takes for the mission. Not because I expect her to die, but because she can probably hit any of the aliens we're going to find from where she's located now. Speaking of the rat, not fantastic movement there, John. What are you, taking the day off? You fall down and, you know, break an ankle? What's the deal there? Did you pull a hammy?
Up and running.
You are a doctor. Seems like you should fix that shit. If you pulled a hammy, I mean, we'd expect you to be able to patch it up. Nothing. Okay, then. Not finding any enemies was a little
Moving
unexpected.
to designated coordinates.
So I guess we'll just straight up full-on advance on the ship. Because we can't exactly spawn a pod, so there's really nothing to fear here. Kristen Stewart dashed there, I suppose. When did Dr. Worm take cover behind this rock? The groove injector. I would like to have him take cover behind that rock, but he can't get there, so I guess that's a reasonable alternative. And that's going to be it for this turn. So we've got some excitement working so far, folks. Alright, well there's the mechtoid at least. Not popped, I'd like to point out, actually. Oh, we've actually got a very interesting opportunity here for Tiger Woods to do something quite remarkable. Tiger, can you get it over there? God damn you, Tiger Woods. Not quite. How much closer could we reasonably expect to get without activating the pod? I'm guessing probably not a lot closer. What about here? You get to there without popping them, Tiger? Come on, Tiger. This is a very small move. Damn you, Tiger Woods. Damn you. Yeah, we have actually something of a serious problem. Tiger Woods is going to help ameliorate it somewhat. We're going to have Tiger go ahead and drop a proximity mine right there. Now, our problem is this guy probably has reactive sensors, which means anybody who shoots at him is getting shot at back, which is a problem because those guys, the elite mechtoids, tend to do some pretty reasonable damage. Now, Kathy Z has some shots. What we need to do is get Kristen Stewart in range to set that proximity mine off with a grenade. She should be able to do it. Nope. She can't quite get close enough. So we may revisit her in a moment. Now, Catherine Zeta-Jones, 100%, she has a 100% chance to hit that guy. The problem is, she is not really in the best cover of all time once the hit happens. Where's Dominic Purcell? Nowhere useful is the answer to that question. Dominic, you have low profile, right? It's tactical sense. Do you have low profile? You do not. You do have Semper Vigilance. Alright, we're going to have Dominic take a... yeah, we're going to have Dominic take a bit of a risk here. We're going to dash him to this log.
Location confirmed.
Now, this should draw the enemy Overwatch. Oh, fantastic work, Dominic Purcell. Excellently done, sir. Perfect. Because we wanted to fight an elite mechtoid and 3 floaters at the same time. Perfect job. Perfect job. And you wonder why you don't get to go on more missions, Dominic. I mean, seriously, you wonder, and you shouldn't wonder. I mean, there should be no wonder left in you. We're going to hope Amanda Bynes can get a critical and a kill here. Well, she hit the enemy. So she's got that going for her. John Leguizamo has effectively nothing to offer. Catherine Zeta-Jones now is going to be forced to retarget. Actually, Catherine Zeta-Jones may have to move now, as much as I don't necessarily like that option. What else can we come up with? Kristen Stewart, could you do... You can do effectively nothing. Hey, Diggs, what can you do now that we're in a bucket of syrup here?
On the move.
You maybe get a shot at a floater. You cannot. So you're going to go on Overwatch then. Catherine Zeta-Jones could take a shot and still go on Overwatch. And if she has to take a hit from a floater, you know what? She probably can withstand the damage. She will be on Overwatch after that shot, so if any of the other floaters come over and try to get up in Kathy's shit, she will be able to put at least a small amount of smackdown on them.
Roger that.
And you know what? I think just to help out Kathy in her somewhat beleaguered position, well, never mind. I was going to say I'll throw a smoke grenade up there, but thanks John Leguizamo for a whole lot of fucking nothing, because that's just not going to happen. Good run and gun with Flansburgh. Could. Definitely not going to.
Moving.
It seems like it serves absolutely no purpose, so we'll just bide our time.
Aye, aye.
And that leaves Kristen. You know what, Kristen Stewart? You have chemical grenades, right? Go ahead and throw one. This could possibly set off the proximity mine, and worst case scenario, it makes one tile that we know that Mechtoid can no longer stand in. My guess is he's just going to stand still and shoot at Tiger Woods, though. There's our sectoid. He's going to mine Link almost certainly.
They've got me locked down.
Or he'll suppress Dominic Purcell for no discernible reason. That floater will take the second stupidest move we've ever seen. Man, it's like these guys went to the Charlie Sheen School of Tactics. Fantastic damage output from old Kathy Z there, although I gotta say I'm a little upset she wasted it on a drone. Nice of that guy to set off our proximity grenade for us, though. And possibly the worst shot that guy could have taken at Dominic Purcell, because we don't really give much of a shit about Dominic Purcell. 2, he was already suppressed, and 3, he's pretty hard to hit when he can see more than one enemy, and he can see like 6. There you go. Shot in the back, though, for a critical. And thankfully, no panic from Dominic Purcell, since he is carrying an alien trophy.
They're trying to flank us.
So yeah, this isn't necessarily working out terribly well. We do need to kill that sectoid that's there in the back behind,
On the move.
linking up with that gentleman. Why I moved Kristen Stewart first, I have no fucking idea. And Kristen Stewart taking, frankly, some unacceptable damage. God damn it. That was not supposed to be a move for Kristen Stewart. That was actually supposed to be Tiger Woods.
On my way.
I'm bad at XCOM, folks. Bad at XCOM. Bad. Bad at XCOM. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and throw down a little bit of proximity mine here. Not necessarily going to be the greatest proximity mine of all time by any stretch of the imagination. It's not even going to be a good proximity mine, actually. It's going to be a bad proximity mine, I guess is sort of what I'm saying. Dominic Purcell, you are worthless. Amanda Bynes, could you perhaps kill one of those floaters this time rather than just piss it off? Thank you. Alright, so Amanda Bynes at least earned a kill. How close can you get with a run and gun? Answer, not close enough. That was worth a shot. Tay Diggs actually has shots from here. We're going to see if Tay can take out this floater. He's not going to be able to contribute much when it comes to the whole try and kill that Mechtoid bit that we've got going over on the other side, so... He's also not going to be much use in the whole maybe double tap that floater issue either.
The target.
Fantastic work. Glad we brought you along, Tay Diggs. You're really grooving this mission up good. I feel much more comfortable with you along, knowing that our groove levels are high. Meanwhile, John Rat Leguizamo is going to do your job for you, which I really doesn't speak too terribly well for you, and that you're relying on John Leguizamo to get shit done. Hopefully we can kill this sectoid with the combination of explosives here. Alright, so that didn't necessarily work out completely terribly. We did get 8 cheap damage on the Mechtoid, and he's not an Overwatch, so we're absolutely going to have Kathy Z light him up. 9 damage, a little less than I was hoping for, and fuck, he does have reactive sensors. This is bad. Catherine Zeta-Jones taking 15 damage. Wow, that is remarkably ridiculous. So anybody who hits that guy, and I'm a stupid man, I should have absolutely done this first. There should have been a chemical grenade on that unit so that his armor would have been lower. That actually probably a terrible move. Now it's too late for that to be useful. I can't believe he got 15 damage out of one fucking shot. That's a lot of damage for one shot. And now we have really nothing we can afford to do with Dr. Worm.
Roger that.
I guess we'll move him to there and just take a sort of miserable shot that may get Dr. Worm in serious trouble. Also, we've got to get our actual doctor over in the neighborhood to try and patch up the critically wounded Catherine Zeta-Jones. We really can't afford to lose her. And Dominic Purcell's in more than a little trouble himself.
They're falling back.
This is not going well, folks. We got a floater on the move. I gotta imagine this guy's going for, Tiger Woods. He's gonna shoot at Tiger Woods twice. Yep. Man, that guy does a ridiculous amount of damage. I'm not sure how the hell we're supposed to kill him. We can't shoot at him. Don't panic. Oh, he linked him. God damn. Alright, so we've got to get that sectoid killed. Yeah, this is not good, folks. Not good at all. So we may have to have Dr. Worm run and gun into this ship, and the problem with having Dr. Worm run and gun into this ship is it's almost guaranteed to spawn a pair of outsiders. We know they're in there. Fuck it. When it rains, it pours. I mean, if you're going to do something stupid, you might as well do something remarkably stupid, right? So here we go, then.
Contact.
Yeah, no surprises there. We're just going to have to hope that Dr. Worm can withstand the punishment for at least one turn. Also, we have to hope that his miserable aim can get a kill here. Fantastic work, Dr. Worm. I'm glad we brought you. So we can't afford to shoot at this thing. So what we're going to do is drop a proximity mine on it. We're going to have Tiger Woods back up, I guess. We might as well try and get him shot by as few units as possible. So we're going to have him back up slightly. And this is his last proximity mine as well, just like to point that out. So we're going to drop that right there. Boop. This will not spawn reactive sensors, so it's the one thing we can do to kind of... And we're going to set that off, of course, with Kristen Stewart. Now, our problem is we got to get somebody who can take shots at that sectoid. So I'm guessing Tay Diggs is going to have to go for kind of a Hail Mary here. 59% from Tay Diggs. We're going to have to take it. Oh, thank God something worked right. This mission is, I gotta say, it's not going well at all. Not well at all. I mean, we have sort of a shitty team, but that's not really an excuse for as badly as we're doing. Here's Kristen Stewart. This should do nice damage right here. Yeah, actually it did amazing damage. So I'm sort of glad we brought Tiger Woods, actually. Now we just got to get somebody to do something about Catherine Zeta-Jones. Amanda Bynes actually has a shot there. So Kathy Z in a little bit of a pickle, and we can't get a unit to her this turn, of course, because, well, we'll be standing in the open. Why can we not move to that square? Is it because she's in it? We'll move the rat to here.
Rolling out.
We don't want to leave him out in the open. There is still a floater back here somewhere. Right there, in fact. Dominic Purcell, could you maybe do something about that floater, perhaps? I mean, somebody's got to do it. I can't necessarily say I would have chosen you, given my druthers, but... Well, maybe I'm stupider than I thought, because clearly you were the right choice. I don't like Amanda Bynes' opportunities for basically anything here. Can you move after you use a disabling shot? Well, this is either going to improve Amanda Bynes' chances or not hurt them at all. It actually made them dramatically better. Can she use a disabling shot? Okay, so we're going to do that then. I'm going to disable one of these guys so that maybe Dr. Worm has a chance at survival. And I don't think that disabled... Oh, it did, okay. I was going to say, I'm not sure if it disables if it doesn't do damage, but apparently it did. That guy did not flank Dr. Worm?
I'm taking fire.
That is an unusual move. That guy's going to reload, yeah. So, alright then. So first things first, let's make sure Catherine Zeta-Jones doesn't die.
Heading to that location.
And yes, I'm aware that that's a no-cover move for the rat, but I really don't think that anybody's going to be shooting at him. So Kathy Z is stabilized. Now, with new lower willpower, Catherine Zeta-Jones. Fantastic. That's what happens when you have consistent exposure to Michael Douglas. He slowly erodes your will. I mean, I watched Las Vegas not too terribly long ago. And I gotta say, my will was feeling pretty fucking destroyed after seeing that piece of shit. Holy man. Fuck, it was awful.
On it.
So we should get 2 shots out of Dr. Worm here. Neither one going to be likely to hit because Dr. Worm is bad at his job. Yeah, there we go. So shot number 1, shot number 2. Unless this is a critical. Yeah, I didn't even hit. Dr. Worm has proven remarkably useless. Then again, you know, I got nobody to blame but myself for that. I mean, I knew what I was getting into when I brought Dr. Worm on the mission. The guy has a terrible aim, which is why he's an assault trooper and why he uses a shotgun. If I'm going to be casting blame, I should be blaming myself. And after the grenade you just threw at that mechtoid, I gotta wonder what the shit that was all about, Kristen Stewart. I mean, the hell? Tay Diggs. Oh, okay, Tay Diggs. Somebody needs to do something here, and it's going to have to be you. That is okay. Can you just get one more hit? Please string 2 together, Tay Diggs. Oh, for the first time, Tay Diggs manages to put together back-to-back hits. Now, I say for the first time, like it's
On my way.
putting together back-to-back hits is something that should be easily accomplished. But, I mean, if you think putting together back-to-back hits is something that's easily accomplished, just go talk to the good folks of No Doubt, and they'll tell you, hey, it's every other album that's even remotely decent. You don't go back-to-back.
Commander.
Could have gone for a
Operation
capture
was a
there, but
success.
I didn't really see the reason. We don't need another alien carbine, and I didn't want to risk getting anybody else injured. We already had Catherine Zeta-Jones take a critical wound on effectively a worthless mission for us. Thank you, Operation Stone Chant. Yeah. Operation Stone Chant, by the way, what the Druids frequently call their gatherings at Stonehenge every March when they do their... when's Samhain? I forget. Anyway. They also call it Samhain because, you know, that's the actual name of the holiday. I think it's like a winter solstice. I don't know. I don't know anything about Druids or Druidry. I'm just talking out of my ass. Ignore me. And if you are a Druid and I've somehow offended you, you know, hey, whatever. I'm just some idiot on the internet. Don't pay any attention to me. I didn't mean anything by it. Druidry seems like a, you know, a lovely religion. Glad you celebrate it. Enjoy your connection with the earth. It's probably more rewarding than many other religious choices. Lock and load, probably what we're going to take. Sharpshooter actually is not terrible. And, you know, lock and load really is better. We're just going to go with lock and load. We're going to dance with the one that brung us. We've had plenty of infantry guys. Plenty of them had lock and load, and plenty of them are dead, so maybe my lock and load pick is possibly not the greatest idea of all time. Catherine Zeta-Jones, of course, going to be in the hospital for the next good long while. Salvage 3 Illyrium from that ship. Woohoo! Yeah, 3. 10 weapon fragments, 4 meld, some alloys that we don't give a shit about. Unless we're selling them to the, to Canada? Was that Canada that bought our alloys? I don't remember. Don't really care. Unless we're selling those alloys, we have literally no use for them anyway. So let's head on up to the Situation Room. We are going to visit the gray market and sell off these chunks of junk that we don't give a shit about. Chunks of Junk, by the way, the next title of Jennifer Geely Lopez's new album. So keep an eye out for that coming this fall. Stores everywhere. Get that sold, and with that taken care of, then I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up. Next episode should prove to be a little bit more exciting since we get our Mech 3 finally, hopefully, finally finished, as well as a plasma rifle for one of our infantry guys. That will be nice. 7 days to a plasma cannon, so not an outside chance that maybe we could see that in action as well. But if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more daily XCOM, consider subscribing as well. We'll see you again soon.